Yo, what is going up, everybody? Where is my... Oh yeah, because there's no Photoshop. There's no capture for Photoshop. That's my bad. That is my bad. Do I have one for Photoshop? No. Mainly because I probably don't do art, huh? 100% the reason why. Also, why is it not showing what I'm working on? Hold up. I'm fixing it. I need a new mouse. I've been saying it for a while, but I actually do need a new mouse. I should go shopping for one like very soon. My mouse is all over the place. It's not doing what I want it to do. Why is it not showing? Huh? Does anyone know why it's not showing? I mean, it's showing Photoshop, but it's not showing what I have working on. Like, it doesn't show the canvas. Huh. Is it game capture? Imagine. Nope. Yeah, I don't think game capture works with this. I think that's why I don't have a Photoshop window, because it doesn't show the thing. That is pain. Okay. Gotta remove this now. What else can you use it? Display, and that's it, right? There's no like other capture. There should be a third capture. I don't know why, but there should. Okay. Alright, that's good enough, right? Alright. I did make a bot account, so I don't have to log in with my two accounts for stream avatars anymore. Well, I have two accounts for stream avatars instead of one account. So there's that now. I don't have to look dumb, you know. But also so this was on a white background. I copied and like pasted all of the teams you can see here. And then I made the background blue. The big brain went to make the background blue first and then do it later, but you still see like all these like messing ups, like this 9v10 winner or whatever, but it's all right. Honestly, I made it blue so it doesn't hurt my eyes. But this is basically what I'm gonna do is, like, you can see, okay, you can see I can click and drag, so I can drag any of these teams where I want them to be, or where I think they'll be in this year's playoffs. And I don't know much about these teams individually, but I'm just like, I've watched games, but I haven't watched every single game, right? Because that's a lot, and I haven't even seen like I don't think I've seen a lot of what goes on, but I'm base it off of who's on the team and how clutch they are in playoff time, which is like really hard to say because there's a lot of new, like, inexperienced players this year around, like the Spurs, like the Hornets. We don't know what they're like in like the actual playoffs, um but we can tell. I'll be looking up stuff, I'll be going through stuff, I will be try to be unbiased as possible, which is hard to do for some people because You know, it's very biasism. A lot of biasism goes into your opinion, and your opinion is what you're trying to determine, honestly. But so looking at this, it's like it's so weird to really think about. But I'll try to look at like every single like team, and if I have like no information, I'm gonna have to like search up like videos and why are they're there, right? So so basically I need to figure out. Oh, this, I just realized the sub counter went down because of the. Oh, so that's how it works. Alright, I'm gonna actually make the sub count lower. Not the sub count, but the sub goal. At 10, I'll do something. I'll do something. I just wanted to put it out there to 20. I thought I was gonna get that, you know, that 10 that I was gonna get from that one person, but it do be like that. But we'll make it 10, and it'll be a sub goal. I don't know what the goal is yet, but it'll be a goal, and once I hit it, I'll obviously have to do it. But oh, I can make a goal for viewer games. I haven't done any viewer games at all, like 0, so I can do it. Viewer game, and subs get priority on viewer games, by the way. If you have not checked out the sub benefits down below, you get no ads, sub emotes, you get priority on viewer games. Still early access on my RP world that I have not really done much of. I have created the character form, so if you want to start on that, then or not start on that, but like, you know, once I hit 200, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be open for people to do. And actually, I'm gonna change my follower goals because there's like a lot changed. You know. Okay, so 200 is still gonna be the same because we're already close to it, but 300 I want to make different. Or 250, let's do 250 before 300. 250, let's do like a random event thing, like NA versus EU event thing. I don't know what, but let's just do it, you know. And then 300, let's do game show with viewers. Well, I say with viewers, but it's mainly gonna be with subs first. So if you have a sub, you can get priority on that. Okay, let me just make sure everything is good. Yeah, so follower goal, it's coming up. I should actually continue to put that into my commands, just in case people forget, you know. There you go. I think everyone understands extension. My exclamation mark mod still shows the mod I was working on way back when, but now I can see what to do in the future. Like in the future, the sub goals are gonna be mainly for viewer games, I'm believing, and then the follower goals are like big events that I want to do. So 250, I think I'm gonna make it where it's NA versus EU, whatever. Like I have some some ideas already to do it. If you don't know, I did an EU collab a few weeks ago with Fox, with Denise, TJ, Sue, and Kleb, and hopefully I do more EU versus NA stuff. Just it's gonna be late now. Like once I hit it, it will be late. But there's like a whole NA versus EU Rust thing happening with this guy's Toast and their community. So I it's like it's a good, like, you know, thing to like not necessarily copy, but like take inspiration from, because it just makes sense. When you're a streamer, it just makes sense to take inspiration from other streamers such as them. But I was thinking of doing that anyways, like since I did the EU collab. It was cool seeing everyone like work together and whatnot, but it's gonna be cooler once we like try to do like a big event or something. And now, and I do sound like I'm tired because I am. I did just wake up, but you know, it's very exciting in the future if we can get like something like that together, like a EU versus NA event type. And oh, okay, and it'll be sick. It'll be sick to host. I wouldn't be participating in it. I think I said this on Fox's stream 2 days ago, but I said I'm down to host, but the problem is my internet, obviously. So like I feel like the more viewers I get, or the more, not the more viewers, but like, you know, I can prove to who I'm living with that this could be a worthwhile investment, you know. But we're just chugging, along the atmosphere, seeing what it's like, you know. And it's like quite difficult to like think about, but I believe if no one's gonna believe in you, you gotta believe in yourself, right? So you just gotta believe, even though it do be like I have slowed down a lot, but I believe you just gotta keep going. I can't tell others to keep going if I don't keep going myself. Anyways, we should get actually into the bracket stuff. I do have a pen and paper here, just in case if I want to write down my thoughts, even though that's, I don't know if I would do it, but it is here just in case. What do we want to look at first? Do we want to look at West or East? East is gonna be harder, I think, for myself, but West is kind of difficult too. So West, we have Pelicans versus Spurs. This is a tough one because the Spurs have Murray, DeJounte Murray, if you don't know, and the Pelicans. Is Zion still injured? Let me check. We need an update on that. Injuries. He's not even on the depth chart, meaning he won't be available. Like there's a thing with people like trying to like say like they're like, I'm hoping he come back, and then they'll wipe the spurt. And we have to see who's available right now. That's the problem. I know it's like being hopeful. Oh yeah, if this guy's alive, then obviously they surpass this team. But no, like you gotta see. So Dejounte Murray on the Spurs versus CJ McCollum, right? I'm writing this down actually. CJ, BI, um, who can carry on this team? Let me look at the roster. Who can carry on this team? What need be? Okay, so Devontae can do clutch shots sometimes. It's very iffy though, so it's like I'll put Devontae, but he's like half dependable. Um, Speaking of half dependable, I think, oh man, this is kind of hard. I think Jonas is also half dependable. I think there's a lot of credits for this guy, but it 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 seems like he can't carry a team by himself, you know? He always needs help. So there's two half dependables. Then there's BI, who's quite the I don't know about playoff time though. CJ is obviously dependable. Been in playoffs for how many years, and it looks like he will lead this team more than BI will, mainly because of playoff experience in Portland. So yeah, CJ might lead this team, but it's gonna be difficult because he is a new addition to the team. And let's look at the Spurs. Now the Spurs have a lot of young guys that I have no idea about, but we got Murray, who's proven this year that he's very dependable upon. We got L. Walker, the fourth. I want to say he's 1/3 dependable. Oh, I think my order was canceled. It was. Sad. Well, time to go get food. Dang, they took that long and then now they canceled it? That's crazy. Like I said, he's like 1/3. I don't think he's not at that level yet. Hmm. Um, let's see. We got Keldon Johnson. Alright, Keldon J. I want to say he's half dependable as well. So right now he's proving himself as well, but I don't know if that's gonna, you know, continue into the playoffs. That's the problem. Okay, I ordered this, but I don't think I want this anymore. I don't know what is going on. I wanted to eat something, but it looks like they don't wanna give it to me. So I'm gonna have to get something else. You know? And that's gonna take a longer time too. I can't wait until I try Factor. Not sponsored. Um, let's see. So we got Keldon Johnson, Lonnie Walker the fourth, Devin he can do some stuff. They have like a lot of like players that are like that haven't really proven themselves, but I see the potential in some of them. Like they're a big question mark. Spurs are a big question mark. I feel like we don't know where they're gonna be at in terms of like just like we don't know because the Spurs are like very new because they don't have DeMar. They let go of DeMar. They let go of a lot of players, so we don't know where this team is gonna go in terms of because they have a lot to prove with their team, so it's like maybe they'll do well, maybe they won't, but it's very questionable. What else? What else does these two teams have? Yes, I know I'm like a little bit actually just trying to get some food. These two teams are very it's very like new since the deadline, but the deadline has been like 2 months ago. 2 months, is that enough for them to gel? I think I would still give it to the Pels because of CJ. Without CJ, it's actually very questionable. I think CJ is the turning point here, so I think I'm gonna give it to the Pels for this one. Yeah, it's very questionable, but I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Clippers versus Timberwolves. Timberwolves are finally gelling together. We thought this was gonna happen last year when the Timberwolves when are they playing? When is the playoffs? Tomorrow. Nice. Anyways, this is like the best time to do this. This is like the only time you can do brackets. But like I was saying, let's look at the Timberwolves. Let me open it up. Timberwolves. This is like first season where Karl Anthony Towns can play with D'Angelo Russell. the deadly duo is what they call it. But like obviously, it's actually a trio of Anthony Edwards as well. So we got Cat, we got D Russ, and Ant-Man versus the trio. The Timberwolves also have Patrick Beverly for defense, Greg Monroe for defense. Like people forgot about Greg Monroe, but he's back. He's I don't know. Like oh, it looks like he's just like a con day 10-day contract. Yeah, he's averaging like 5 points per game, which is crazy for a 10-day. Honestly, you can't really rely on him, but he's there to like he could be like a good contributor. Torian Prince I don't think he's been great. Yeah, he's been there. He is alive. That's kind of sad to say, but he's been there, yeah. Jaden McDaniels popping off. And they have like a lot of young talents as well. Malik Beasley, I can't even say much about this guy, man. Yeah, he's like a good role player, but they have him as a starter, right? I would rather start Beverly over Beasley, even though they're different guards. But like not put Beverly at the 2, put him at the 1. D Russ can play at the 2. And then Beasley off the bench. I don't know if they've been doing with that lineup. Oh, they have been doing that lineup. And then they also have Vanderbilt. He's very built different. But yeah, there's like a whole bunch of solid role players on that team. Let's see, so that's 1, 2, 3. I want to say 3 to 4. 3 to 4 role players, plus Cat, D Russ, and Anthony Edwards. Now let's look at the Clippers. Anyone injured? Kawhi is out? Kawhi is out? Okay. He's out for now, but we don't know for sure. But let's just say he's out, alright? So, Kawhi, he's out, so he's not in the lineup. We got Paul George. We got Norman. They just acquired him. Norman's a solid player. And I think those two have to carry it. I mean, their role players is Rocco. Rocco's a solid role player. Let me check his minutes actually. Yeah, he's been alright. He hasn't been solid like in years past, but he's been alright for now. They got Batum. Batum is inconsistent. I see. Okay, that's great. They got Marcus Morris. Yeah, Marcus Morris is great, but it's also up and down. But Marcus Morris. He's a great role player. Luke Kennard as their shooter. Not bad. Yeah, Luke Kennard is there. Instead of Rocco, actually. Because Rocco, actually, I thought he was playing like usual, but it's actually, he's like been off a bit. There's Luke. They got Reggie Jackson. That's not bad, yeah. RJ. It's not RJ, but it's Reggie Jackson, basically. Let's see who else. They got Man. Man is still putting up numbers, yeah. Yeah, so although they're out Kawhi, it's Paul George, Norman Powell, and like 4 to 5 solid role players. It's gonna be tough actually if I really look at it, but I might have to give this to the Timberwolves if Kawhi doesn't play. So if Kawhi doesn't play, it's Timberwolves win. But if we're hopeful and Clippers do get Kawhi, then Kawhi will probably beat the Timberwolves. But right now, looking at it, I think Timberwolves will beat this. It's gonna be a tough match, definitely a tough match. But so I think this is where Timberwolves go. Clippers go here. You know. And then now we got the East. Who's gonna play in the East? All right. We got Hawks and Hornets. All right, Hawks. Who's injured? John Collins. Ooh. That's a big injury. Oh, no wonder they've been playing DG. Alright. For the Hawks, we got Mr. Trey. We got Herder and Hunter. Oh, that's wrong. And then we got Clint Capella. Trey is obviously the star, but Clint is obviously a great center. People sleep on Clint every time, but he's been solid like his whole career, even as a Rocket. He doesn't put up as many points as people would like, but his rebounds and blocks are, you know, most important as a center anyways. And even if he doesn't put up that many points, he's still consistent at his points, obviously. No threes though in these type of game, so he's like a classic old one of those old centers. But let's see, we got Okongwu as the backup center to Clint, who's not averaging that bad. I don't think I haven't seen a lot from him that I thought, and maybe that's because he's playing behind Clint, right? And Clint plays very slow, but Okongwu can play very fast. We've seen that in his history. It's just that he has to conform to also playing slow with Clint. Since if Clint plays slow, then the guards Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, even DeAndre Hunter have to play slow with him. And since they're also still playing slow, and once Clint gets off, Okongwu has to play slow with them, or maybe he can like change the pace a bit. I don't know how they've been doing that on the Hawks team, but there's some pluses in here. I want to say role player is Big O, obviously, as they call him. Bogdan, I mean. Bogdan is a big role player. He can put up a lot of baskets. DG is there, I guess. I don't really see a lot of DG. Well, I see a lot of him, but I don't see a lot of plays made by him. It's usually Trae Young leads the Hawks versus the Hornets. I think we have the Hornets up. Hornets. Now the Hornets, there's a lot of things about them. There's a lot of things. It's just okay, so Gordon Hayward is out completely. Oh no, their star player, according to the franchise. Yeah, there's a lot of things about them where I'm just like questioning a lot. But let's see. I'm trying not to be biased, but I mean, Gordon does have like the highest paying. But is he really their franchise player? If you really think about it, he's been on the Jazz, he's been on the Celtics. Do you really want to have a franchise player in a team, or in a player who's been on different teams? I mean, you can have that if they're a real star, but he's been playing 6-man a lot, honestly. Let's see, he averages like 15 points apparently, but recent games he's been at 5, 3, 0, 7, and 16. Like, he's been way off. Is that really a franchise player? That's what I thought. I would rely more on Miles Bridges than I would on Gordon Hayward. Yeah, see, Miles is 9, 20, 13, 29, 20. And he averages 20, 21. Like, if I had to choose, it would be Miles Bridges, I think, as a franchise player. Like, if you can't handle the fact that the Melo Ball is like very talented or whatever, he's a sophomore or whatever, then give it to Miles Bridges, who's been on this team for how many years? Like, yeah, he's been on this team since, let's see, I actually don't know, but probably like 3 years, I'm guessing, right? Let's see, Miles Bridges. Four years. He's been on this team for 4 years, drafted by the Clippers apparently. But if you want a franchise player, Miles Bridges is the guy. He's your franchise player. So we got Trae and Clint versus Miles Bridges. LaMelo Ball. Because although he's still just a sophomore, he did reach Rookie of the Year and then All-Star the year after. So even though it was like very like he got it through injury, like he got All-Star through injury. Miles Bridges should have been selected as well, but I don't think he's that popular. I don't think he's popular enough uh within like the NBA circles, obviously. But yeah, like I would say that Miles Bridges is their franchise player more than Gordon Hayward. Contracts don't say so, but um this year he's been out of his mind, and that's probably because it's like his contract year. Yo, what up, Devin? I think Charlotte wins against. Yo, Devin. Yo, come talk to me, bro. Come talk to me. Come actually talk to me, man. Yeah, Miles Bridges would be like their actual like franchise player, I would think. Let me check their whole roster. Montrez has been great role player. Cody Martin, the Martin brothers have improved a lot. They've learned to just be like the connector type player. Yo, what up, Devin?
Chillin'. Did you just start this?
Yeah. Did you see? Well, I said yeah, but like I have the Pelicans and then the Timberwolves on the west side going up, winning their
You mean
matches.
Clippers?
No, the Timberwolves, because
Oh.
this is where they would go, and then the Clippers are like the loser. They have to face against the Pelicans.
Oh, I see. I see what
Yeah,
you're saying
yeah,
now. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, the fucking play-in tournament bracket trips me out sometimes, but I
yeah,
understand
yeah.
now.
So
I
I had Timberwolves winning their matchup because Clippers don't have Kawhi. It's like a question mark, right?
yeah, and
So
I think that's gonna come down to who has a better game between Cat or PG.
yeah,
Um, but Cat has been on a tear recently, so I'd probably put my money on him.
that's what I'm going. So that's why I had Timberwolves winning against that
And
matchup.
then I don't think the fucking Spurs got anything for the Pelicans. So
I said so the Pelicans have CJ, and I was like he's gonna lead their team
yeah,
to
and
the
they also have
yeah,
Brandon Ingram.
because CJ's
Yeah,
been in playoffs years prior. He's definitely gonna
mm-hmm.
lead their team.
For sure, for sure.
So that's what I said, and I was like, but Murray though, he's been going off, but like I don't think
Yeah.
it's
Dejounte
gonna
Murray is pretty good.
I don't think it's gonna translate honestly to the
Yeah,
playoffs.
I mean they just barely scraped by the Lakers to make it into the play-in,
Mm,
so it's
yeah,
not like they can't be that crazy, I guess.
yeah. So I'm just deciding between the Hawks and the Hornets, which is kind of difficult for me actually.
I'm biased because like
Yeah.
hometown, so I'm gonna pick Charlotte with that. But I do think that they lose to the Nets. Or wait,
I haven't gotten to that part yet. I'm just still thinking about
oh
Hawks
you're
versus
okay, so,
Hornets
okay,
because although Hawks have like playoff experience and Hornets do not really. Hornets lost in the play-ins last year, right, to the Pacers. Um,
yes,
the Hawks have been to like, is it semi-conference, right?
uh, yeah, yeah, because who did they lose to last year? The Bucks.
Yeah,
They,
yeah,
yeah. So they went to the semis.
yeah. So obviously they have more experience, but the problem is John Collins is not going to be playing. I don't think.
Mm.
So
Didn't you say something about Gordon Hayward too?
yeah, Gordon Hayward is out as well. He's gonna be out. But John Collins is like maybe, but it's gonna be like game 6 or 7 if he comes back, like being
Yeah,
hopeful. Um,
yeah,
so it's actually it's it's a question mark for me, mainly because their coaching style of the Hornets. Like, I don't know what the fuck the front office is doing.
Let me pull up the teams really quick so
Like,
I can look at them.
I see that the Hornets are talented. They have obviously LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges, but like every time I watch their game, I'm like, what is going on? Why is LaMelo not playing in this quarter? Or like I just like, why is Isaiah Thomas like the playmaker? I'm like, he's cool. I love him. I've always like respected him, but as like obviously as a defensive standpoint, it's really hard to defend somebody if you're five. You're like my height, 5'8",
Yeah.
5'9",
It's
right?
hard to like if they go up against fucking the Nets, he's gonna be way too short there.
Yeah,
To
and
defend
that's
anybody.
why LaMelo Ball is like 6'7", and he's like, my God, he's like a great defender if he develops it. Obviously, I don't think he has developed his defensive ability. I think his brother Lonzo has more defensive abilities than he does. But
Oh, the the Hawks, the only person averaging over 20 for them is Trey Young.
Trey Young, yeah,
And then Lamelo and Miles are both averaging 20.
20. That's what I'm saying.
I don't like I like Trey Young, but I don't know.
Like,
I think
it's
the Hornets might have it by a
like
little
looking
bit.
at numbers, the Hornets are there, talented, but like game wise, if you've seen their games, it's like, what the fuck is the coach doing, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm like questioning about. Like, if it was like like, I don't think Borrego has like any achievements to his name, and not to like hate on him, but like he hasn't
Oh
like
yeah.
won, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's bait it's like more on like the coach's side on this fight, really, because
Well,
the Hawks.
Terry Rozier averages 19.
Yeah, like it's there, like the talent is there, it's just like, where's the coaching? Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to make a lot of adjustments in the playoffs. That's like the whole point of the playoffs, is like the coaching battle is gonna be crazy. So
Hmm.
I feel like the Hawks will win, which is sad to say, but they have more experience in like adapting to like
Yeah,
weird
I can
offenses,
see that.
which is sad to say because it's like the Hornets are definitely like more talented, I feel like.
For sure.
Nets versus Cleveland. I watched Cleveland a little bit at the beginning, and then like I only watched them at their worst parts. I haven't watched them when they were good. So
um, I honestly don't think I watched a single Cleveland game this season.
mhm.
Um, the last few weeks I've been watching the Grizzlies, the Suns, and the Jazz.
Yeah, yeah,
But I will say Darius Garland is fucking crazy right now, right?
yeah.
What is he
He's
averaging?
been putting his team on the back. Let's see,
Mhm.
21, 21 points, 22 actually, if you round up. 22 points per game. Holy man.
Let's see the stats.
They've been playing Laurie marketing at the three, right? Which is crazy to think about. He's just so big.
Yeah, facts.
So big as a three. That's crazy. They have so many centers.
That is a big team. This kind of
Uh,
reminds me of like the old Bucks. I remember playing against them in 2K. They were all over like
or
6'6".
yeah, or the '04 Pistons.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, it's crazy. They have Moses Brown. When did he get on this team? Wasn't he a Celtic and a Maverick at one point?
Yeah, I think so.
How did he get here? I'm guessing Celtics stream.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's just gonna be hard for me to argue against Kyrie and KD against this squad, you know. Well, they have Kevin Love, they have Darius.
Yeah,
Fucking,
Evan
I just
Mobley.
like, yeah. Evan Mobley's been, isn't he like leading the Rookie of the Year thing right now?
He's like 2, right? I think Cade is still 1, right?
He might be, but I don't know. Cade isn't.
It's the top 3 is really hard to say because it's Cade, Evan, and Scotty. I forgot his name for a second.
Scotty Barnes.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go ahead and probably lock in on
Nets.
the Nets, yeah. Because even looking at the stats, like this Cleveland doesn't really have high scoring players.
The problem I think for the Nets in this lineup is just size, which is crazy to say because Kevin Durant is 6'10". But like you look at the Cavaliers, they have like multiple 7-footers, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah, I think the one thing that Cleveland will have going for them is some defense because they do have Jarrett Allen.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's good.
Nets have offense, but Cleveland has defense, so.
I also can't argue against Seth Curry either, bro.
He's actually like people keep sleeping on Seth Curry. He's like averaging how much? 15 per game. That's like whatever, but like he's like
42% from 3, 48 overall.
He's super consistent in just giving you threes. Like
Yeah.
he's brother of Steph. He's gonna give you threes.
Don't they have Patty Mills? Yeah, they have Patty Mills.
Andre Drummond is solid.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's gonna fare well against like Evan. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to say because he has like more experience.
Also, the free throw averages, like the Nets have a way higher free throw percentage for most of their players. There's some 40%.
Yo, Volk.
What up?
Oh,
I only came in here. I only came here to tell you that your Discord audio is really low on stream.
Really?
Yeah, I've been trying to tell you the whole time. You didn't look at chat.
It's been low. I can't turn it up higher. It's just there.
Okay. No, I just wanted to let you know since it seems like you're talking to yourself on stream.
Oh. Let me see
Yeah,
if I can fix
I just came here
that.
to tell you that, in case you didn't know. I was like trying.
I
to
know, but it's like I don't know how to. There's like not really changing it. It's like
Okay. I think there's a sports category on Twitch. If you want to, you can change to that. Might get more
Sports?
people in there. I think there is one.
oh, I didn't see one.
Let me check.
Let me see.
I'm talking shit.
Sports?
There should be a sports category, right? Is there? Yeah, no. There's sports as a category, yeah.
Yeah, my Twitch is not showing up sports. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. I was gonna let you know about that stuff. I'm gonna head out again and hogs
Oh,
all the
I
way,
see it.
baby.
Love it.
Bye.
I mean, I can hear myself. It is kind of low though. It's not. It doesn't sound like terrible.
Okay. Let's see. Alright. Where were we?
We just got done with Nets versus Cleveland. So we go back to the West? Question mark?
Yeah. Hold up. Let me fix that. Cause this is actually here, and then this is here. Yep, we go back to the West. So Pelicans versus Clippers.
Okay. Let me pull up the stats.
Yeah, I can
I
see.
do wish I watched more, or I watched more games this year, because I mainly only watched about like 10 different teams.
Yeah, same. I think we
The
watched
eye
different
test.
teams though, so we can like
Mm-hmm.
bounce off
I've
each
watched a
other.
few of the Bucks. I've watched a few Miami games, a few Bulls games. Okay.
All right, let's
What
see.
is PG averaging right now? 24.
PG versus CJ and BI.
Oh, the Pelicans. They got the higher point average. What's the field goal percentage?
I think the Clippers have better role players than the Pels actually.
Yeah, it does look like their bench is deeper. Because who's the starters for the Pelicans? CJ, BI,
Devonte, Jonas.
Jonas, and who else?
Is it Devonte? Mr. Devonte.
Yeah. That's it. Brandon and CJ both get 5 assists per game.
Oh, they're actually not starting Devonte. Oh,
They are.
I mean BI is out.
Oh, Brandon Ingram's out.
Yeah, he's okay. He's out actually. So actually, yeah, I think it might be Clippers win here. But Herb has been crazy though. Herb
Really
has
going.
been averaging 10 points per 30 minutes. That's
Honestly, this is kind of a toss-up to me. If Brandon Ingram's out,
mhm.
um, I mean, I like Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson's like he's at least a playoff shooter.
And they also
Because I'm
have
pretty sure
Norman as well on the
Norman
Clips.
Powell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
traded for him.
I remember last year Reggie Jackson had the most threes in the playoffs, at least up until they got
Knocked
out.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna give it to Clips.
Yeah, I'd say give the edge to the Clippers.
Shit, I'm gonna just make a Clippers copy. There we go.
I'm gonna close my door. I'll be back 1 second.
All right. Hmm. Oh, what's up?
Where are we at now?
We're gonna go back to the East. Hawks versus
Okay.
Cleveland.
Hawks versus Cleveland.
Oh, this is actually a tough.
I trust Trey Young to get past
Oh my
Cleveland.
God.
Honestly.
Hold up, I turned you way too long.
Oh.
Hold up. All right, is that better? Stream. Can you talk?
You're. Cuckoo and
It's been better. Yeah, that's a lot bit better.
yeah, thinking of myself.
You said Hawks over Cleveland or?
Yeah, I said Hawks over Cleveland.
Hmm. Yeah, it might be Hawks honestly over Cleveland because They just have more experience, but like
Yeah. It's the Cleveland is a very young team, aren't they? Like the
wait,
the top 5 youngest
wait,
teams.
wait. I think Cleveland might win because the offensive-minded teams like Bucks and like other defensive-minded teams have beat like the Hawks like this season, like just during
Yeah,
the season. So I'm like, maybe.
yeah. Jarrett Allen might be a problem on defense.
That's actually not like. Let me
Mobley, too.
see. Hawks. Is there stat news? That stat news I need to look at.
Nobody has really crazy steal percentages.
Hawks versus Cleveland.
Assists. I think Cleveland has slightly higher assist numbers. Is Clint Capella healthy right now?
Yeah. It's only John Collins that's out.
So he gets a lot of rebounds. This is the only reason I'm looking at him, because they don't have a lot of heavy rebound like getters on Cleveland.
But all of them can get rebounds. That's the problem. Like the Hawks have to rely on one person.
Oh yeah, that's true. I see
Everyone
what you're
else
saying.
on
Everybody gets like one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like anyone can
Yeah.
get it. Maybe except like Garland. I don't think Garland gets
Yeah, that might
rebounds.
be a small advantage.
That's why I'm saying I think Cleveland actually
Ro-
wins this.
Rondo has experience in the playoffs. Kevin Love also has a lot of experience in the playoffs.
Yeah. And he's actually been really solid this year.
Harris LeVert's really good.
Good role player.
They have Ricky Rubio.
Back again.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to giving this to Cleveland, honestly.
It's just the Hawks. They're just missing like so many pieces.
Yeah, it's like they solely rely on Trey and Clint.
That's like their whole identity as well. All right, we got basically the playoffs down pat. What if actually all of this is actually exactly how it went?
I'm not even gonna bother making my own bracket because I have faith in the one that we're doing.
Yeah. All right.
I think this is pretty good.
Suns and Clippers.
Suns.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard to say no to the Suns this year.
Yeah.
Mainly just dude, I don't know, man. It's crazy. Their role players have been doing like work too. It's not just like D-Book and Chris Paul and DeAndre on Aiden, my bad. Wrong name.
And they like the Suns have like the most fluid team in the league, I think. Like everything runs smoothly. They always have somebody ready for an opportunity.
Yeah.
And then the Clippers have Paul George. And that's
it. That's it. Yep.
Yeah.
Mavericks.
Shout out Reggie Jackson.
Mavericks versus Jazz.
I will, bro. Both of these teams have actually been going crazy. I watched the Mavs beat the Bucks a couple, like last time I went to go get my haircut like a week ago, and Luka's been going crazy, but Jordan Clarkson on the Jazz is like having one of the best shooting like streaks I've seen in a long time.
Jordan Clarkson. Let's see. Let me look at his stats. I don't actually know.
He had a crazy like like falling backwards 3-pointer the other night. That shit was wild. That's that.
Let me just look at his stats alone.
Mitchell.
Jordan Clarkson, 16 points per game. Oh, yeah. I think he's been. Yeah, I can see it. The problem I think with the Jazz, I don't know if I've seen a lot of Jazz games, but like the ones I've seen, Donovan like doesn't play with Rudy Gobert. Is that weird to say?
I watched Jazz versus Grizzlies the other night.
Yeah, I think I watched a little bit of that game too.
And I think it was that game that Donovan Mitchell started the game like 0 for 10. And that kind of worries me for the Jazz. But as soon as they switched, it was like, who were they facing, bro? I think it was the Suns actually. Jazz versus the Suns. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell started 0 for 10, and as soon as they switched to the bench and brought Jordan Clarkson out, they went from like 11-0 to catching up and like passing them within like 5 minutes. So, as much as I don't trust Donovan, I think their bench players are like they have a lot of depth there.
Yeah.
While I can't necessarily feel the same way about the Mavs, I think.
Yeah.
Because Hassan Whiteside's been playing really good. Let's see. Mike Conley. House is pretty good. I know. Daniel House is pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't. There's not really many things around Luka right now. Like Spencer Dinwiddie, Jalen Brunson. That's like two pieces around him, and that's it. They need a center. They need forwards. They don't have any really. That I would
and I
like.
think Rudy might be too big of a problem for them through 7 games. You know, like maybe Rudy has 1 or 2 bad games, but I think he can hold it down for the other ones.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say the Jazz.
I'm also saying the Jazz, as much as it hurts me. Rip hometown, hometown team. But there's like no pieces around Luka. Like they're really relying on him. All right, Memphis.
You already know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. This is like Memphis can go without Ja, but can the Timberwolves go without Cat? Like that's the difference between these
Their
two.
next best player is what? Pat Bev?
No, it's D Russ.
Yeah.
Or Anthony Edwards.
Ooh, yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, but I think Jaren Jackson's better than Anthony Edwards, so I think you know, I think we'll be good.
Anthony, he's questionable as just a player in general.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't pay too much attention to the Timberwolves this year, but I feel like we can get past that.
They've been questionably like actually really good, like really solid, but not good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. They had a good streak towards the end of the regular season.
Like they can make it to the playoffs, but I don't think they'll pass the Memphis.
I would be very shocked if they do.
All right, Warriors versus Nuggets.
Okay. This might be controversial. Not
what
controversial,
what you gonna say, man?
but I think the Nuggets might pull it out their ass.
Let's see who's injured.
Just because of Jokic. As much as I don't want Jokic to get another MVP because I'm not too big of a fan of him, I like he's a fucking animal, bro. Like he's actually a demon on the court. And they got. Does DeMarcus Cousins still play for them?
For who? The Warriors?
The Nuggets.
No, on
No.
both.
Ah.
I don't think so. Let me check.
Austin Rivers.
Oh, he does. He does. Okay, so DeMarcus is on the Nuggets. Yeah. I thought you meant the Warriors. He was on the
Oh.
Warriors.
Yeah.
So I was confused, but
Klay Thompson just scored 40 the other night, right?
yeah. And they have
Jordan
Draymond and Steph.
Andrew Wiggins. Yeah,
Them
Golden
three.
State has so much fucking playoff experience, though.
That's why I'm like surprised that you said Nuggets. But
I just don't know. I don't know how much Jokic can handle because like I can't see Jokic carrying a team like Giannis carried the Bucks last year. Like,
exactly.
carrying the
Yeah,
final two
yeah.
games.
No way.
So I might actually change that and say the Warriors might have that. So I'll go with the Warriors.
Wait, where's is Steph here?
25 points a game.
Any clues on Steph, guys? Is he back yet? I need to read this. Okay, so Steph might not be available for game 1, but game 2 looks like likely.
If the Warriors can hold their own without like Steph during game 1, and then if he comes back, I think like even if they lose game 1, I think they can still win it.
Yeah, this team is not that different from 2015 Warriors. So maybe I'm gonna say yes to the Warriors for now. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll give it to the Warriors as well. That's fine with me.
Even though I know you said like the Nuggets have been on a tear.
Yeah.
It's just everything
It's
just
mainly just Jokic to me. Like just the fact that like he's the sixth seed, and they're saying like he has a high chance of winning MVP when there's only been like 2 other MVPs outside of the top 3 seeds ever.
yeah.
That's what scares me about the Nuggets. But other than that,
They
I
are
can see the
definitely
Warriors just
they are
outwinning
definitely
them,
a wild card, I would say.
for sure. If they get past the Warriors, I'm terrified for the Grizzlies.
Yeah. That's like 2 wild cards going against each other. The
Yeah.
Grizzlies and the Nuggets. All right.
Yeah.
That's done for the Western Conference. Now on to the Eastern Conference. Heat versus Cavaliers. Okay. The problem with the Heat right now is Jimmy Butler. Not that he's doing bad, it's that he's been yelling at his coach.
Yeah, but like that's Jimmy Butler. Like,
Yeah,
he does that shit everywhere he goes.
exactly. But
That doesn't worry me that much as long as like he doesn't start trying to call every shot during every game in the playoffs.
he might do that. Honestly,
He probably. I mean, we can only hope not. But I think that he had this. They have Kyle Lowry, who's won a championship. They have Bam, who's averaging almost 20. Tyler Hero's averaging 20. Jimmy Butler 21. Even their bench, like most of their primary bench players are averaging at least 10.
Mm-hmm.
Oladipo. Duncan Robinson's a good shooter.
Let me see the Heat versus the Cavaliers. How much have they been doing? Oh, Cleveland has won 2 against their 1. It's 2-1.
This year.
Yeah, for Cavaliers versus Heat.
I still can't see the Heat losing to them. I can't. They're pretty fluid too. I mean, at the end of the day, this is your list. So if you have faith in the Cavs, you go on ahead. But I'm putting my faith in
yeah.
the Heat for this one.
It's gonna be very questionable, but I think I'll go with the Heat as well. Like I don't know for sure. It could be Cleveland, but I don't have that much faith in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that's. I think Cleveland would be the biggest wild card of the entire playoffs. You know.
Yeah.
Other than if the Hornets make it past, the play-ins.
I don't think so. I don't.
The
I don't
Spurs
think.
or the Hornets are the biggest ones for me.
Spurs, I don't think they'll make it, mainly because they're opposition. But the Hornets, they could if they get their coaches like correct. They're it's not about the talent anymore. We already know the talent has proven themselves. It's the coaches, and that's the main part about the playoffs. It's just like adapt. How can you adapt to a situation on the spot?
Facts.
All right, so 76ers and Raptors. This one is actually hard because a lot of people are making noise about the Raptors.
Yeah, Shaq said that the Raptors are gonna get swept.
Oh, really?
But I originated as a Raptors fan when I started watching basketball, so I do pay some attention to them still. I think the 76ers win this, but the Raptors take it to 7.
Ooh.
I think the Raptors are like sleeper cells, and they are going to at least hold their own in this, because Fred VanVleet was like a primary reason that they won their championship.
Yeah,
back
in 2019.
2019, right? Yeah. I think they can at least take it to 6 or 7, but I do think Philadelphia wins this. Joel Embiid and James Harden. As much as I'm not too big of a fan of James Harden, I think they walk this pretty much with a little adversity.
I want to see. Oh, yeah, Matisse is not playing
Matisse isn't playing
for 2 games because he's not vaccinated.
What
So he
a
can't
guy.
go to Canada.
What a fucking guy, man.
He chose Matisse. I mean, it's just Matisse. He's a role player. Yeah, role player.
Don't they have Maxi too?
Yeah,
76ers?
Maxi
Yeah.
is playing. Yeah.
Maxi, I watched the 76ers versus Grizzlies game, like probably mid-season, and Maxi kind of broke my heart, and it was insane.
Yeah, them 3, James Harden, Maxi, and Joel have been gelling like they've been playing the entire year.
Maxi's averaging 17. Tobias is
Yeah.
averaging 17. Let me look at the Raptors again.
I think the problem with the 76ers just in general is like the consistency for Tobias. Like, I know he's averaging 17, but like he's been like overshadowed obviously by James Harden and like Tyrese. But if he continues to do what he does and like maybe drop like 20 points per game, then it'll be really good for the 76ers.
Yeah.
It's just Raptors.
The 76ers also have very high free throw percentage.
Yeah, but the Raptors are like hard. They're hard working. They're not gonna just
Yeah.
take down. They're not
Yeah,
pushovers. They will fucking destroy you before
yeah, they're
getting
kind of
back
like
up.
a
Yeah.
Grizzlies type team with just being like brutal and shit talking and everything.
They're not gonna take like just they're not gonna be rolled over. No, they're gonna be like
Yeah.
fighting back. So
The Raptors take at least 2 games.
yeah, it's at least six games. But it's gonna be, yeah. I think the talent is more on the other side though.
And James Harden is hungry as fuck for a championship. Joel Embiid is hungry as fuck for a championship. They just got rid of Ben Simmons, and I know they're trying to prove themselves now, so they're gonna want this shit really bad.
Problem is, if one of them get injured, it's over. It's definitely Raptors win.
I say worst case scenario is Joel Embiid gets injured. I think they have enough shooters to maybe pass by for like one series, without James Harden. But if Joel Embiid goes down, I think that's their entire playoff run. Joel Embiid is the key player.
Yeah, but
the
James
76ers.
Harden is like averaging like 8-9 assists per game, right? He's been like
10.
Yeah, he's been crazy for just because Tyrese was, I think, before James Harden, he was like their main point guard, but he couldn't really figure it out, right? But since James came in, showed him the ropes, he's been like, obviously Tyrese has been learning and he's been like improving his game. But
Yeah,
I think James
the thing
Harden is like,
the 76ers were like top 3 seeds like even before James Harden came over, right? Like they were in the top 4 or 5 at least. So I think without them they could definitely still take that.
I see. It's just that like, no, but that was before. Okay, before James Harden, they had Seth and Drummond, right? So
That's true.
Seth has been like averaging like 15 points per game, right? So that's where all the shooting was before James Harden.
Yeah.
So it's just the assists that James Harden is putting out, more assists to like Joel. Obviously, I don't know if you've seen those fucking clips, but it's like he's like behind the back. It's like lob. It's like what the heck? What am I watching? I'm like watching Bulls season opener or some shit. Like this came out of nowhere. Like no one knew about this chemistry they had between each other, right?
Yeah, facts.
So it might be a little bit iffy if James goes down too, but maybe Tyrese can like pick it up, but it's questionable.
Tyrese seems to be like pretty clutch to me, so I think he'll be able to do it.
Yeah. So we're saying the 76ers, but game 7.
Yeah.
It do be close. All right. Celtics versus Nets. Ooh. Big rival.
Yeah, that's true.
This is
Boston has been going absolutely insane
crazy.
recently.
You know, they started like the worst.
Yeah.
The worst. But once
Now
things
they're
like
this
clicked,
second seed.
it's like
Yeah.
we got this. They believe.
This might be one of the hardest matchups for me to think about.
Yeah.
Let me look at the stats. Celtics.
Even
Okay,
if they
Jaylen
move
Brown.
people around, it's still like it's just Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Marcus Smart. And it's them three who are like leading this team that's crazy. Huh. This is actually
But there's also
quite difficult.
the Nets are just very like they have so much depth.
Meanwhile, the Celtics just have young players. Yeah.
Damn, the Celtics did a lot of trades this year.
Yeah. Did you notice Derek White? I'm like, huh?
Oh yeah.
When did he get here? Yeah, it's just although they got Derek White, I don't think he's been very key. And he's been a great role player, but their key points is the three I said before.
It's gonna come down to who has a better game between Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, or
KD and Kyrie, yeah.
Because they Boston doesn't have a lot of people scoring over 10 points. Like Seth Curry, LaMarcus, Joe Harris, Patty Mills are the only other people scoring over 10. Schroeder, Marcus Smart, Derek White, Al Horford, Williams.
Wait, I thought Schroeder's isn't he injured?
Is he?
Is he on the team? I don't see him.
Oh no, he plays for the Rockets now.
Yeah.
The one that I'm looking at, it has like their overall players.
Oh, everyone. Yeah. I was like, Schroeder is like gone.
Yeah, facts.
I might have to go with Nets here.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Nets in 6? Nets in 5?
I was thinking it's gonna go to at least 5 or 6. But I think it'll be closer than 4 and 1, so I think it'll go to 6.
It'll be crazy if they don't get injured in Brooklyn.
Yeah, facts.
All right, last one in the East: Bucks versus Bulls. It's Bucks.
It's Bucks.
It's Bucks. It's sad
Bulls,
to say.
Bulls.
It's sad to say, but the Bulls have been missing their starting point guard since January 14th. Like,
Yeah.
they don't have a point guard.
They've been losing like every single game.
Yeah, because they don't have that. They don't have Lonzo.
See, this looks like a good bracket right here. Like, if this is the final 8, I'll be like, this is, I think, the most deserving one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So back to the West.
Back to the West. Suns versus Jazz. That's not. It's actually like so weird. It wasn't the Suns. Let me check. I don't want to be wrong here.
Mikal Bridges diff. Suns win. DeAndre Ayton locks up Rudy Gobert. Jordan Clarkson scores 50 a game and they still lose.
Let me see this. Yeah, the Suns were the second seed last year, and the Jazz were the first. So the matchup everyone wanted.
I say the Suns.
I'm also going with the Suns. It's a tough one, but yeah, it's just they're just so dominant this season, bro. It's been crazy. Warriors versus Grizzlies, though. Oh. Oh, you wanted to say more about the Suns, or?
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I saw them down like 15 the other night and thought that they were just gonna cruise to an L, but they came back and won by like 20. So I have a lot of faith in the Suns.
Didn't the Warriors play the Grizzlies in the play-in last year? Or am I tripping?
Yeah, and the Grizzlies won. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
But
that was with only Steph, no Clay.
Yeah. Grizzlies. Grizzlies all the way.
He's going all the way.
I won't accept anybody striking them down other than the Suns. I won't accept that happening.
It might happen though.
Yeah. What was I about to look at?
Let me look at that was last year, but let's look at Memphis versus Warriors.
Yeah, you're gonna look at their record for the year.
Yeah.
'Cause I think the Grizzlies beat them more times this year.
3-1. Yep.
Group
But
game
it's
win
been
Grizzlies.
close. It's been close. Let's see. One game was a blowout. I'm guessing they didn't have Steph. Yep.
Mhm.
8 points, 3 points, and 9 points have been the differences for the other 3 games.
I'm holding strong with my boy, bro. G12 is making it out of the fucking. You know what I'm saying? He's making it to the conference finals, bro.
Oh, one of those games was overtime, I see. Oh. It's gonna be close. Definitely
I
like
say it goes to 7.
yeah, a game 7 type deal, and whoever like is more clutch. Like
Yeah,
if
they're
Steph's
gonna be
make
close games.
if Steph makes a buzz or not a buzzer beater, but like a 3 at let's say like 2.5 seconds, right? You have 2.5
Yeah.
seconds. Steph's make a 3, they're winning by like 1 or 2.
Mhm.
We have to rely on whoever is shooting for the Grizzlies to make it in that 2.5 seconds.
At least one of the games are going to come down to a buzzer beater.
Yeah.
Or not, you know, like they're gonna be very close games. But I think as of right now, Ja Morant is like just a superstar, bro. He made that shot that he made from Steven Adams solidified his status for me.
Yeah.
Like that was one of the craziest shots I've ever witnessed in my life, and I'm so glad I was watching that game.
Yeah.
Like I have so much faith in him to at least make the conference finals this year. As much as I love Clay, and I'm probably gonna end up getting a Clay jersey for Golden State when I do get a Golden State jersey.
Yeah.
I just Ja Morant is on a different level right now. Jaren Jackson's on a different level right now. Desmond Bane is the most consistent player in the fucking league. The whole squad is reliable. Even their bench has been crazy.
I can
recently.
see what you said, but I can also see the like Golden State as well. But I will
Yeah.
put Memphis up. It's just that I could also see the argument for Golden State if they do beat the Memphis.
Yeah, 100%. I would respect Golden State beating them as well, just because that's probably the most even matchup.
All right. Now on the east side, we got Heat and 76ers.
I'm gonna give it to the 76ers. As long as they stay healthy.
That's a if though.
Yeah. Very big if. But the Heat do have a very strong chance. I could see all of these remaining
Yeah.
going to 7. I could see all
Dude,
of them going to 7.
the Brooklyn and Bucks as well. Oh no, dude, not again.
Oh yeah, they really set that shit up. Katie is making sure his foot is tucked.
I
behind
think KD will fucking make sure his foot is not on the fucking line anymore. he'll like wear like
So
tighter
it's the
shoes or
76ers?
some shit. Yeah, I think 76ers for
Ooh, you
against the
think- you
Heat.
think you're
I
going
think
ahead and saying the Nets
Brooklyn.
win?
Yeah,
Ooh,
because they have Kyrie this time,
they do.
but
Giannis though.
Giannis is a menace.
I don't know, bro. Giannis is like MVP caliber again.
Yeah, but it'd be
But KD is the best player in the fucking league.
yeah, he can score literally anything.
I got to see the Bucks win their championship last year. I can take them going out in the semis this year or whatever.
And they can definitely repeat. Yeah, I can see that too. But
I think both this matchup and then the Grizzlies Warriors matchup could go either way.
they're all of these like all from the 8, maybe except from like the Suns. Sorry, Jazz, but
I was gonna say the Suns are probably the most like confident. That
these
I am right now.
6 teams could like be crazy and like make it to the finals.
Mhm.
But that's just how brackets are. We're just gonna see what happens. What happens. We gotta stick with it. But
Facts.
yeah, it's it's really bad to say, but like Bucks kind of got rid of like some of their like bench that they won with, right? Like Grayson
Yeah.
Allen's gone.
Wait, no, Grayson Allen still plays. He's still there.
Is he?
Yeah.
I
I
thought.
hate Grayson Allen. He's there.
Oh yeah, he is there. Wait, who did they get rid of? I forgot. Not
They got
Grayson.
rid of DiVincenzo.
Oh, yeah. Let me check.
They
their-
brought in Andre Iguodala.
Mhm.
They still have Chris Middleton. They still have Pat Connaughton. Who did they get rid? They just fucking big dude PJ Tucker. They
Yeah,
got rid of
PJ Tucker.
That was their big drop.
That's like their whole like defensive mindset.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that argument. One of my friends is a Heat fan, and his main argument that he thinks that the Heat would beat the Bucks at some point is because they have PJ Tucker.
It's just funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, PJ Tucker he's a dog, dude. Even though he don't put up numbers, he's a dog. He's like a Draymond Green
Yeah, for sure.
type player. So then again, the Nets don't have defense as well, so it's just it depends. It depends on who's gonna show up for the playoffs. All right, Grizzlies versus Suns. Who are you thinking? You want to say Grizzlies?
I want John Morant to win a ring this year so fucking bad, but I think Chris Paul wants this a lot more than John Morant does. So I'm gonna stick with John Morant all the way until this matchup, and then I'm gonna say in 7 games, Chris Paul hits a buzzer beater and beats them.
I don't. It's for me. It's not Chris Paul. For me, it's Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
Yeah. Mainly because even before Chris Paul, like people are saying, "Oh, the Suns needed Chris Paul to win." No, not really. If you saw the bubble, they went 8-0 as a fucking like 9 or 10th seed or some shit, right? So they were already out of the play or whatever play in. They were like 11th, 10th, whatever. They were out of the play in or playoff, whatever. But they went 8-0. They won every game, even though it was like they were going against like I forgot. They went against the Bucks, right? I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Suns bubble, the bubble record. Let me see. Let's see. I'm trying to see. I can't find it. Hello? Alright. They went against Dallas, Clippers, Miami Heat, 76ers. Yeah, that's about it. That's all the strong teams. But I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, every game was pretty close. 2 points off, 2 points off, 7 points off. The others are wipes because they were like great. They weren't that great. But yeah, they just went off. Like they know what's like the winning formula before they added Chris Paul. Like they could have gotten like maybe like any other point guard as well. I feel like maybe if they got, let's say, who was available during that time. I don't think many people were available actually, if I think about it. When did Chris Paul get signed? Was it 2019, right?
Yeah, it was somewhere around there. I think he actually got signed the year that the bubble started. So yeah, the end of 2019.
So it'll be free agency 2020?
Mm-hmm.
And we sort by point guards. Let's see here. Yeah, there's not much choice actually. I don't think anyone would go to Phoenix except Chris Paul, because it's such like a small market team.
Yeah.
maybe maybe even if they didn't get Chris Paul, let's say like Phoenix didn't get Chris Paul in 2019, they get like someone else, and
Mm-hmm.
say they're still doing all right. Let's say they were like maybe a fifth seed, something like that. Seems reasonable. Even if they didn't get Chris Paul, fifth seed, then this upcoming free agency they can sign Lonzo, they can sign Alex Caruso. There's like many guards out there that are all right, and those two, Alex and Lonzo, are willing up to give up the ball, right, and let
Mm-hmm.
whoever is rolling the floor fucking roll over their faces, right? So
Mm-hmm.
even if they didn't get Chris Paul that year, like Suns would still like continue on their path of like projection. But
Yeah.
everyone is like, Chris Paul. He is the Suns. But yeah, it's gonna be close between these two actually. Obviously, Grizzlies are crazy bench as well for the Grizzlies. Let me check.
Yeah, it's just gonna come down to whose plays are better, I think, because I think the Grizzlies and the Suns are the two most thorough teams. If that makes sense.
They still have Kyle Anderson on the like bench.
Yeah.
The Anthony Melton. They have Tyus.
They do have Tyus Jones.
People sleep on Tyus.
Desmond Bain, Desmond Bain is like a Chris Middleton type of player to me. He is such a good shot, and he hits every single one of them.
He does the side steps threes, right? Like he sidesteps three.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's crazy.
He's like,
that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like a wing shooter.
Yeah. But the bench is solid as well. They got a lot of bench. Brandon Clark, Tyus Jones. People sleep on Tyus. They don't even know who he is. He used to be a Timberwolf, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
You don't know.
I do not know.
Let me check here. Yeah, he was a Timberwolf. I would know. I was watching the Timberwolves during that time. He was pretty sure he was the bench player behind Ricky Rubio during that time.
Mm. Well, yeah, he's developed into a really good player.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been on Minnesota for 4 years and Memphis for 3. Yeah, but they have like Brandon Clark still, right? I thought Brandon Clark was a 4. They're playing him at the 5.
Yeah, because like there's not, other than Jaren Jackson, there's not a lot of height on the team.
Yeah, I see. Except Steven Adams, obviously.
Oh yeah, facts. Steven Adams, the GOAT.
People sleep on him too, but
Yeah, he's very good.
he's crazy. No one. Let's see.
My money is on Steven Adams picks up at least 3 people during the playoff.
And he's not a bad guy too. He's not gonna like foul you on purpose or
Oh
some
yeah.
shit.
Anytime that he's like getting into the fights, he's like breaking everybody up and dragging
Yeah,
people
yeah.
away.
I don't know if you remember this, but he saved someone from falling down on their head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think Miles Plumley.
Yeah.
Yeah. He rolled over his back and like got awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say the Suns for this one, honestly.
It's tough though. Game 7.
It is
Game
tough.
7.
Yeah,
Definitely game 7.
I think both of these, the last two, definitely either go to 6 or 7.
It's gonna be so surprising when we say this, and then there's like gonna be like a Grizzly sweep. Or
Bro, I won't even care. I'll lose my shit if the Grizzlies sweep the Suns.
yeah, imagine that'd be crazy. Oh man. All right.
That would be the greatest John Morant story of all time, bro.
76ers versus Brooklyn. Uh-oh, this matchup. Not the revenge matchup.
Yeah, we fucked up. Joel Embiid is just so strong.
Oh god,
It's like,
this matchup is.
who would they
Oh
have defend
no.
him in the paint other than Andre Drummond, and I still think he babies Andre Drummond.
They might have to switch. They might have to. Oh, there's no way Kevin Durant is gonna defend Joel, right?
No way.
No way.
No way. It's KD is gonna have to out offense him
Yeah,
and just hit threes every time.
but are they gonna put Joel on KD? That's the real question, right?
I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't, you know,
Yeah.
because like that's probably the best lockup that they can do for him.
For
Like, he has the
KD,
most
yeah.
height for him.
They might even put 2 on him. They put both Tobias and Joel on KD.
They're gonna need it.
Yeah. It's a tough, like,
So Kyrie can play any game now, right? Like he can play. All
yeah.
games.
They allowed it.
Wait, but what is it? Is Philly? Could he play in Philly?
Yeah.
Or oh yeah, because that was an away game in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Boston in 7 or 6.
Boston.
I mean not Boston, Boston. Fucking
Boston.
keep
Let's
wanting to
go,
say the
Boston.
Nets, bro.
All right, the Boston are gonna. So Boston just deletes everybody. Come back from the. Come back.
They win the second play-in tournament. Yeah.
That'd be crazy because the Nets are all the way from the play-in, and they beat everyone
Yeah.
else. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. I think we might have put a little too much faith in the Nets, but at the same time,
This is
it's hard
if
to argue
they're
against KD.
healthy. If they get injured before the playoffs, like say they get injured against the Cavs, none of this will happen.
Mhm.
I'm saying obviously Cleveland will be here. I'm probably the Boston will beat Cleveland most likely. Bucks beats Celtics, and then it will be Bucks and 76ers. What are the if it was the Bucks versus 76ers?
I say the Bucks.
I say the Bucks too. Giannis is Joel can't stop him.
Yeah, Giannis is like. I still think honestly the Bucks might be the Nets, but that's a toss up.
It is very close though.
But if it is Bucks versus 76ers, I think the Bucks go to the finals.
Yeah.
I also think Brooklyn beats the 76ers though. Just because of KD and Kyrie's experience.
Yeah. But the Suns though, so who's gonna take home the trophy?
What?
The championship trophy between the Nets and the Suns, or the Suns and the Sixers, Bucks. You know, if Nets are unhealthy.
Mhm. Um,
I think the Suns can beat the 76ers.
Suns. I think the Suns can beat the Bucks, the Nets, and the 76ers.
All okay, all three.
I think the one that would give them the most trouble is the Bucks, though.
The Bucks,
I,
because they have been beaten before.
like Giannis. If Giannis makes it to the finals, he's going to be an issue for DeAndre Ayton,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
it showed last year. And Giannis is gonna want to continue racking up those accolades, but in this scenario, I say the Suns win in 5.
In 5.
In 5, I think the Suns win in 5. Like, just because the Nets, like, they have been on such a downstream. You know what I'm saying? I don't see a world where the Suns choke more than 1 or 2 games to them.
Yeah. Yeah,
As much
I
faith as I have in Kyrie and KD to do well in the playoffs, I think the Suns are just too big of a powerhouse.
the most likely chance is the Nets won't make it past
Yeah.
the first round if
Yeah.
if any of them get injured, or not any.
It's
of
gonna be
but, like,
crazy if
the two.
because the Cavaliers and the Nets play tomorrow, right? Or am I wrong?
They all play tomorrow. All the
They
play-ins.
all and it's all one game, right? The play-in is all one game.
Yeah.
Each.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see the Nets losing round 1, but if they do make it past round 1, I think they at least make it to the Bucks.
Yeah. And then that's gonna be a difficult challenge for them against the Bucks, because the Bucks want to repeat. They definitely want to repeat. Like, if you watch any where Giannis speaks about the championship, they're like, we
Oh, yeah.
want to repeat.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know.
Giannis wants it. It all just depends. This whole bracket depends on who activates playoff mode. You know, like,
And who's not injured.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. That's about it. Wow, we completed it.
So you're saying Suns too?
Yeah, there's no space to put Suns over. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm content with this. This seems like a well thought out bracket.
This seems like if everyone's healthy type deal.
Yeah, our biggest like reach is the Nets for sure. But
Yeah.
if we're right, we might be fully right. The Hawks versus the Hornets, I think, might also be a closer one.
Yeah, it's definitely a close battle between them two.
I think the Pelicans and the Clippers both easily win those games. I think we're right with the Suns and the Jazz. I think we're right with the Warriors and Grizzlies as a toss up.
It's a very big question mark though between Grizzlies and Warriors, and then Heat and 76ers. Like, who knows? Who knows who's gonna show up to the playoffs?
I'll shit myself if the Bucks lose to the Bulls.
I don't think so. I've been only watching like Bulls get, so mostly what I've watched is Bulls, Warriors, and Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't think the Bulls win. Even though my bias is towards the Bulls, I don't think they win. There's no way, because they don't have Lonzo.
Yeah.
There's just so much Alex can do, and Alex and Io. They have been crazy though. Don't get me wrong. Io has been like, people call him the steal of the draft because he was a second rounder. He was like number 38, and he plays like a top 10 rookie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he was a good pick.
it's just that there's just so much more development he needs in order for him to fill the shoes of Lonzo Ball.
Mm-hmm.
So
For sure.
it's just not doable. Even if they had Lonzo, Bucks still win.
For sure.
It's just you can't stop Giannis.
Giannis is like Giannis was my first jersey for a reason.
You
Motherfucker is
you can't
different.
stop Giannis with a guard. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You
It's
need
hard to
at
stop him even
least
with a center.
you need at least someone his size or like someone who's really well versed in defense at his size. That's what you need. But like you still can't stop him. It's like KD. You can't stop him from scoring. They're just gonna score like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, sorry Bulls. I know I was like a Bull fan this entire year, but this is just how you played into. Honestly, if they lost, say they lost the last game, with it, I don't think they would be put down one because Nets and Cavaliers have the same record, right?
Yeah.
So they just can't get out of that sixth place. If they were like, if they went against Boston, there's a chance. Because I don't know. Well, this was earlier on, but like, Boston lost like a 20-30 point lead to the Bulls, and that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Wasn't that one of the nights that DeMar hit a game winner too?
no.
Oh no.
DeMar hit game winners against Pacers, Wizards. The Wizards one is funny because Kyle Kuzma just hit a game winner, and then DeMar's like, "Hold my beer."
Yeah.
Let me hit one too. Yeet. Yeah, DeMar's been crazy, but he's still not a great defender at his position, which he should be. That's like the only problem with DeMar. He can hit threes. He can hit threes, no problem. It's just his defensive abilities still need a lot of help. Same goes for Zach LaVine. He's a great scorer, but his defensive abilities kind of questionable at times, you know. That's why the guards are like their main. Like Bulls play fast pace, but they can't beat the Jazz because Donovan plays faster.
Yeah.
You know.
Donovan is a speedy boy.
Yeah, so their problem is like just defense in from the 3 to 4 or 5 roles. Yeah, it's not likely. Unless Alex Caruso pulls from his hat of his hat of
Alex
miracles.
Caruso gets in his 100% defensive bag.
But yeah, it's just I think this is how it's gonna play out if everyone's completely healthy.
I think, as much as like I don't want to wish any injuries on anybody, I think that an injury might, impair our list at some point during this
Yeah,
season.
definitely.
Playing so hard.
Definitely. Like 76ers, probably not gonna
Like
pass Toronto if they have it injured.
I'm praying for Ja Morant's fucking ankles, bro. I'm praying for his knees. I'm praying for every part on his legs because he is the scariest lander in the league.
Yeah, if they have to go against Warriors without Ja, I'm saying Warriors. I'm sorry. It's just
I think if they lose Ja at any point, well, I don't know, just because like they were like 20-3 without Ja Morant. So it's not like Desmond Bane and Tyus Jones and all of them, they fill in his role pretty well, and Jaren Jackson is still a star player for them.
But you'll still need
so
like the
young.
20 plus points that Jaw drops like right every night. You still need like the 20 points. Even if they do step up, you're going against Clay and Steph, who have been in the game for how many years? You know,
Yeah, facts.
it's just I don't see it happening without Jaw. You know. But yeah, this is great. Saving this. Save. Export.
While we were making that list, I made my own bracket on the NBA draft and just
Oh yeah.
who did I put at the end? I put Bucks versus Suns.
Oh, you made me do 5 curls right here. All right.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dude, I'm so hungry, and like I couldn't order any food. And, like,
Yeah.
is it like a holiday or some shit? Like DoorDash not working?
But oh, you're not like you're full like no things open type shit.
Yeah, it's like no one wants to come to me. I'm like, I tried twice already. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not eating until after stream, but you know, it's just sad. That was great. We figured it out. This is basically if everyone is healthy type shit. Imagine making a separate one for unhealthy.
For injured players, and we just predict every injury.
Yeah.
That would be evil.
Oh my, that's
John
too
Morant,
much.
Chris Paul. Just
James Harden.
James Harden's knees are not built for the playoffs.
Yeah, that'd be super evil, but it would be like super long as well,
That would be.
because you would have to do every single person.
I'm about to go prep for. I'm about to stream here in a little bit.
All right,
So I'll let you.
let me
go
raid
on
you.
through. Oh, you want to?
Yeah. So
Alright, bet. I'm gonna use the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back.
no problem.
Alright, bet.
Yeah, it's just this is how the brackets are. We're gonna save this one more time. Let's do this real quick. Yeah, that's about it. Let's do just chatting. I'm trying to figure out my things real quick. All right.
Let's see. Start up my Xbox.
What are you planning on doing?
I'm gonna play the original trilogy in Lego Star Wars.
Oh, Lego Star Wars. Yeah, I was watching
Oh,
you
yeah.
play that.
Oh yeah, the game's fun as fuck. They did the prequels really well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, open that. Open my OBS. I have to turn off my lights. I'll be right back.
No problem.